Hi guys, welcome to Class Mathematics class. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Alright, in today's class we want to talk about construction of quadratic equation with given roots. Alright, in my last class I explained about how you can find product of roots and sum of roots of a given quadratic equation. So if you have not watched that video, you can check the link in this video to watch that particular video. Alright, so today I want to talk about how we can construct quadratic equation with given roots. So let's say I have an example, like I want to construct a quadratic equation with the given root 2 and 3. So if I'm asked to construct a quadratic equation with this root, what will I do? The first thing to do is I can either use this formula or this formula. So let's call this our formula A and let's call this our formula B. It is still the same. If you look at this now, if you open this particular bracket, you will get everything here again. Alright, let me quickly run through that. Alright, so if you want to do this opening, if you want to open this B, you get this A back. X times X will give us X squared. X times beta will give us what? X beta minus times plus will give us minus. Alpha times X will give us what? X alpha minus times minus will give us what? Plus, and that will give us what? Alpha beta equals what? 0. Alright, so after that, this will give us what? X squared. What's come between this one? Minus and what? X. If you take that out, it will give me what? Beta. Minus and minus will give us what? Plus. Then what? Alpha, close bracket, plus alpha beta equals what? 0. And if you do that, you are going to be x squared minus what? Alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals 0. So you can either use this to construct a quadratic equation or you can also use this. So I'll be making use of the two in this video. Alright, so let's see our first example. So I want to construct a quadratic equation with 2 and 3 as my roots. How will I do that? Very simple. So my alpha here is what? Is 2 and my beta is what? 3. So let me use the B formula, which is what? X minus alpha, x minus beta equals what? 0. So that will be x minus 2, x minus 3 equals what? 0. That will now be x times x will give me what? X squared. X times minus 3 will give me what? Minus 3x. Minus 2 times x will give me what? Minus 2x. Minus times minus will give me what? Plus. 2 times 3 will give me what? 6 equals what? 0. So if you add up, that will give us what? X squared minus 3 minus 2 will give me what? Minus 5x. Then what? Plus 6 equals what? 0. So this is the quadratic equation that will be what? Formed. If you solve this equation, your final answer will be what? 2 and what? 3. Alright, so that is the root of this particular equation. Let's see another example. Let's say I want to construct with minus 4 and 5. If I want to construct with minus 4 and 5, now let me make use of the second formula, which is, so I know here that my alpha is what? Is minus 4 and my beta is what? Is 5. Alright, so from here, let me use the other formula, which is what? X squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0. So here, let me do my alpha beta here and my alpha beta. So my alpha plus beta will be what? Minus 4 plus 5, which will give me what? 1. And my alpha beta will give me what? Minus 4 times 5, which will give me what? Minus 20. So my equation now be what? X squared minus, what's my alpha plus beta, which is what? 1. Then x plus, what's my alpha beta? Minus 20 equals to what? 0. So that will give what? X squared minus what? X minus 20 equals to 0. So this is how you form the equation. Let's see another example. Let's say I have here now 2 over 3 and 5. Alright, let's say I want to construct with 2 over 3 and 5. Are you get what I'm saying now? How am I going to construct with this? Very simple. So what you have to do, the same thing we did before. So that's x squared plus alpha plus beta x plus, I'm sorry, minus then alpha beta equals what? 0. So let me do my alpha plus beta. So you already know that your alpha is 2 over 3 and your beta is what? 5. So that will give me what? 2 over what? Over 3 plus what? 5. And that will give me LCM will be what? 3. That will be what? 2 plus 2, 3 times 5 give me what? 15. And that's 17 over what? Over 3. Then my alpha beta we got 2 over 3 multiplied by what? 5. That means 2 times 5, 10 over what? Over 3. Alright, so using my equation, which is what? X squared plus, x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0. So I have my x squared minus what's my alpha beta? My alpha plus beta is what? 17 over what? Over 3. So 17 over what? Over 3 x plus my alpha beta is what? 10 over what? 10 over 3 equals what? 0. So I will now have what? X squared minus 17x over 3 plus 10 over 3 equals to 0. So having this kind of equation, what you will do is you will multiply through by 3. So multiplying through by 3, you have 3x squared minus 3 open bracket 17x over 3 plus 3 open bracket 10 over what? Over 3 equals to what? 0. So 3 will cancel 3, 3 will cancel 3. So that will give what? 3x squared minus what? 17x plus 10 equals to 0. So this is the equation you are going to get. Alright, so let's see more complex example on root of equation. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Alright, so to the next example now. To the next one. So let's say I want to construct a quadratic equation with 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Now, this is very simple. So my alpha is what? 2 plus root 3 and beta is what? 2 minus what? Root 3. Alright, so using the first formula, x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0. Alright, so our alpha beta, our alpha plus beta will now be what? 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus what? Root 3. So root 3 will cancel what? Root 3. 2 plus 2 will give us what? 4. So our alpha plus beta is what? 4. Now our alpha beta, which will be what? 2 plus root 3 2 minus what? Root 3. So 2 times 2 will give us what? 4. 2 times minus root 3 will give us what? Minus 2 root what? Root 3. Root 3 times 2 will give us what? Plus root plus 2 root 3. Plus times minus will give us what? Minus, and root 3 times root 3 will give us what? 3. Alright, so from here you can start this one is cancelling each other. So this will cancel this. 4 minus 3 will give us what? 1. So putting that in my equation, x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0 will now be x squared minus alpha plus beta is what? 4, then x plus alpha beta is what? 1 equals to 0. So my equation now be what? X squared minus what? 4x plus 1 equals to 0. So this should be our final. Let's see the last example for this. So let's say I have root 5 plus 1 and root 5 minus 1. Now, you can see that I used the first method for this, which is this A formula. So now I want to use this B formula for this. So that will be what? X minus, alpha x minus beta equals to 0. So that will be x minus open bracket root 5 plus 1 close the bracket, then x minus open bracket root 5 minus 1 close bracket equals to 0. Alright, so that now be open bracket x minus times plus minus root 5 minus times plus minus 1. Alright, then open bracket x minus times plus minus root 5 minus times minus plus 1. Alright, equals to what? 0. So let's open this bracket together. X times x will give us what? X squared. X times minus root 5 will give what? Minus x root 5. X times 1 will give what? Plus x. Alright, minus times minus root 5 times x will give what? Minus x root 5. Minus times minus will give what? Plus. Root 5 times root 5 will give what? 5. Alright, minus times plus will give what? Minus. Root 5 times 1 will give what? Root 5. Alright, minus 1 times x will give what? Minus x. Alright, minus times minus will give what? Plus. Root 5 times root 5 will give what? 5. Alright, sorry, minus 1 times x give what? Minus x. Minus times minus will give what? Plus. 1 times root 5 will give what? Root 5. Alright, then minus times plus will give me what? Minus. 1 times 1 will give me what? 1. So let me explain that again. X times x is x squared. X times minus root 5 is minus x root 5. X times 1 will give me what? X. Alright, minus times minus times plus will give me what? Minus. Root 5 times x will give me what? X root 5. Minus times minus is what? Plus. Root 5 times root 5 is 5. Minus times plus minus. Root 5 times 1 root 5. Alright, then the last one, which is 1. Minus 1 times x is what? Minus x. Minus times minus plus. 1 times root 5. Minus times minus minus. 1 times 1 1. Alright, so now you can see that some variables can cancel each other. Like here now, minus x can cancel plus x. Alright, x root minus x root 5 can cancel. Oh, sorry, this can cancel. So this is minus x root 5. Alright, so there are some variables that I can cancel again. Yes, this can cancel out this. Alright, so I have x squared minus x root 5 minus x root 5 plus 5 minus 1 equals to 0. Alright, let me check that again. I'm trying to see this. So x times x is x squared. X times this is this. Yes. Okay, I think that's all. So this one will be what? X squared minus 2x root what? Root 5 plus what? 4 equals to 0. So that will now be what? X squared minus what? 2 root 5x plus 4 equals to 0. So this will be our formula. Just rearrange. So it is very simple. Just take your time, watch it one after the other, step by step, so you can get the full concept of the video. So this is where I'm going to stop for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class.